What's up, guys? New studio is coming along. Looks like we're actually getting somewhere, and I'm actually kind of proud of this, but I wanted to talk to you today about something that's kind of crazy. The whole world, as we know it, has been changed, and all of us are at least on a different path than we expected to be on from the beginning of this year. And I wanted to talk about what it's like to be in China during this experience, this pandemic experience, and how China kind of went from the beginning quarantine period to now reopening their country, and how they use different methods through their communities and through their WeChat group and through all the different programs that they have to kind of reopen society and give everybody comfort and assurance that the future is going to be okay. When I first came to China, I only expected to be here just a couple months. But when I first arrived, all of my friends that were in the area where I was, they kind of left. So I was here alone, stuck studying the language, figuring out the food, traveling, all of that by myself. And I kind of fell in love with it really quickly because the more that I learned about China and the Chinese culture, the more I kind of became a part of the culture and the more accepted I felt. And so I want to share my experience here, being in China during this experience with you, because we're all on a journey in this life and we're all trying to improve ourselves each day. And I think what I've learned here can really help you to become a more resilient and hopeful person. So let's start with this journey, guys. And I'm here dedicating part of my YouTube channel to share that experience with you so that you can understand how China isn't the stereotype that you see on TV, but it really is this beautiful culture. And so I want to share that with you guys. I want it to be a positive channel where I kind of travel around this country, where I share with you the horrible mistakes I make when I get lost and also the incredible joys I have when I discover something new here. It's all about positivity. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about two things: how China responded to the virus and what life looks like when it goes back to normal. So let's go outside right now and let's go see what life is like. Ready?现在的话，我住在中国的小城市叫苏州，然后我的外国朋友都要问我为什么要住在中国，因为我每天都学关于中国的语言，他们的历史，他们吃的食物，然后他们还有文化。中国的文化跟美国的文化不一样，是吧？然后现在的话，我要告诉你们，我住了在苏州是大概2年多了，所以我要告诉你们，我住在中国的时候，我的想法怎么变成了。我第一次要到苏州的时候，我坐错高铁了，到了苏州，所以我去外面看我的朋友的时候，他不在。我给他打个电话了，问他为什么你不在，他说了你也不在，我在苏州，你在哪儿？然后这个时候我知道了，我坐错了，所以我在苏州玩了几天，然后再坐高铁到了这里的苏州。然后我到苏州的时候，这是我第一次看中国人的生活，他们怎么吃饭，怎么玩，怎么工作。从这个时候开始，我变成了我的想法。有一次我的朋友问我了，你的生活里最重要的事情是什么？我给他说了，我喜欢弹吉他唱歌，所以我最喜欢的东西是我的吉他。但是他说了，不对，你们美国人只喜欢玩，只喜欢钱。我给你说一个事，没关系你买的是什么车子，你的家是多少平，最重要的事情是你的时间，你怎么用时间保护你最爱的人。所以我这个时候，我本来是纽约人，你去那边不安全，所以我到了中国的时候，我看了你们住的地方是非常安全的，所以在这里我可以给我的狗狗，然后我的老婆一个非常安全的、非常好的生活。我们也喜欢外卖、点菜，都喜欢吃火锅，是吧？所以我特别喜欢这个地方，不太敢去。我在这里可以待几年。如果你们要一起玩，你可以给我打个电话，我喜欢玩。 So here we are at one of my favorite places to relax. It's a beautiful park and it has that tower back there that's always lit up at night. And I wanted to talk to you right now about the word resilience. The word resilience is really important because it's the ability for you to bounce back after something difficult happens. So let's take this COVID-19 virus epidemic as something that's very difficult, that people individually are impacted by really powerfully. So how can you bounce back from that? You need a sense of community, and community is something that China is really good at building. When we as individuals are impacted by something really difficult, we often look for something like a cure or a vaccine or a pill or just something that we can take that makes that problem go away. Well, with this virus epidemic, you don't have that ability. You don't have the cure that is one thing that you can take that makes all the problems go away. So what do you need? You need a sense of healing, and that's brought by community. So when the quarantine first happened in China and every person was subject to this 14-day quarantine, all of the restaurants shut down, businesses, schools, everything closed. And something really important that happened was everyone joined together into groups. They created these small groups on WeChat where restaurants were offering their stock and all of their extra food for people who were in need. All of the schools and communities were giving trainings. People like me were going on WeChat with hundreds of different people all involved in training parents on how to teach their kids when their kids aren't responsive or when their kids are bored or when their kids are at home all day and it's kind of driving them crazy and they don't want to study. These kind of community building tactics are one of the main things that China did to build resilience, which is one of the reasons why they're able to bounce back so quickly and why society as we know it is being restored more quickly than ever. It's something really amazing to witness as a foreigner because I'm used to the American way, which is when something bad happens to me as a person, I look for the cure, I look for the easy fix. I look for the thing that I can take that makes the problem just disappear. When something scars you and cuts you really deep, you don't have something that can just cure that. You need a process of time, which is healing. Healing within communities is so valuable and so important. It shows the resilience of your nation. So when something hits you really hard and you're looking for the cure and you realize there is no cure, there's no vaccine to just make this virus go away. It's something that we all have to individually deal with. This is when you need the sense of community and healing that comes from that. Healing is a process that takes time. You need to work on it day by day and slowly improve over time so that eventually things will be restored back to normal. And you always have that hope that things will come back to normal, just like they are here. So another lesson from China that we can all learn from is the first thing that people did after the quarantine was over, after being inside for such a long period of time, was to go out and experience the beautiful parks and actually be in nature. Something about being indoors for such a long period of time like recalibrated our sense of love for nature. And China, especially Suzhou where I live, is just full of these beautiful parks where you can go out, go on walks. It's so quiet and peaceful, and it's actually some of the most beautiful scenery I've seen in any country. Being a foreigner in China, I get lost so often in these beautiful places that I never find again. So when I first came to Suzhou, I ended up finding this exact bridge, and it took me almost a year to find it again because there were just so many parks. There's so many lakes. I mean, you can just see behind me. It just goes on forever. And that is one of the highlights of being in China. So if you haven't been to Suzhou yet, I definitely welcome you to come. I'll take you on a tour of some of the most crazy nature you've ever seen. And I know a lot of people still trying to be safe, staying in their homes, really crave this. So I just wanted to give you a look at how beautiful it is out here. I mean, the photographer in me always loves to find these angles where you can just see nature, people, and everything beautiful interacting into one spot. So I'm really glad that China is just chock full of these beautiful parks and recreational areas where you can exercise, listen to music, and enjoy being in such a peaceful and serene area. You know, this has been a pretty surreal experience, this entire quarantine and after quarantine life. Everything is kind of going back to normal, but nothing really is the same as it was before. I think everybody has had kind of this priority shift where things that we thought were so important to us ended up falling in the backside. And when we were sitting there home alone, just kind of confronting ourselves, we kind of realized what was really most important. That's why I'm spending more time making videos and spending more time out in nature, kind of experiencing life, trying to get as much as I can from the culture here and the rich and unique experiences that you can only have in China. I mean, we're all really lucky that this virus ended up bringing out something good in us and ended up allowing us to confront ourselves and be able to change these things before we just lived another year like every other year. I hope that if you're watching this, you can see my experience in this city, in the very center of China, where all of these different cultural, historical aspects come together. And I hope that we can kind of go on a journey together where we grow ourselves, become better people, and use the experiences that we have each day to make our lives different, because we're so used to the routine, and that routine has been broken. And now that we see things coming back to normal, we see people going out for walks and exercising, taking their families out to have fun, and opening up this new spring season the way that it should be opened, with a sense of community and a sense of resilience and a sense of knowing yourself better than you did before. I hope that we can use this time and these experiences to be able to share what we've learned with each other, because every single person is having a unique experience, and especially in China, people have been changed, but they've become more centered. And I think they're enjoying watching me vlog, because everywhere I go, people stop and kind of watch me. But yeah, guys, tell me what you learned, because I learned a lot, and I'm glad I have the opportunity to share it with you out here in the middle of Suzhou. This is what back to normal feels like. Everybody's back shopping, eating, doing the things that they did before, but this time probably a lot less bored. Yeah, hopefully you guys can enjoy the same thing in a few months, but it was quite a wild journey being inside for such a long time, and now society is back to normal. China is healthy, resilient, and a beautiful country full of people just trying to do their best. I mean, we're all in this hustle together. We're all living, doing our best to be productive with our lives, so hopefully you guys can learn a lot from my journey here. One particular thing that I really like seeing is the fact that because school is still canceled, you still see lots of families taking their little kids out to go shopping. And they've opened up a lot of these play areas for them where, you know, they can just do different activities in the mall. After being indoors for such a long period of time, now they're able to come out and have more fun and, you know, spend more quality time with their parents. That's really valuable. Right now I'm inside of one of the bigger malls in Suzhou. It's called Suning Guangchang, and they just remodeled it, so this is actually our first time this year being able to see how gorgeous and huge it is. I mean, this thing's like 6 floors high. It's just insanely massive. I don't know. They have everything. They have a Lego store here. They have a Toys R Us. I mean, Toys R Us is shut down in America, isn't it? But they have a Toys R Us here. Maybe we'll go look at the Toys R Us real quick. There we are. I found it. Isn't that crazy? They have Toys R Us in China. I don't know, guys. America seems like it needs to get itself together. I see so many people in America that just don't know what's happening in the future, and they don't have guarantee of salary, and they're not exactly sure when this is going to end, and they don't even know really how to self-quarantine. So I feel like there's a lot to learn when you see countries like this that have been there and come back and bounced back. We can learn a lot from their behaviors, habits, and their public education, and how they taught people how to deal with the virus and the new situations that would come because of it. Because at the end of the day, none of us really know exactly what we should be doing. I've learned a lot personally, not only about myself, but about society and the community around me. And I hope you guys are learning too. I hope that you guys are having a good experience through this. All right, guys, I think we've had a good discussion and we've learned a lot. It's time to get back home to my little baby Fluff. But one problem is we need to find out where the hell I parked my bike. This is gonna take a long time. All right, see you guys later. Good luck to me.